There is a specific kind of woman you have seen. She is in her 50s, maybe her early 60s. She walks into a room and something happens. Not because of her clothes, not because of her face, but because of the quality of energy she carries. She looks vital, settled, like time has been working with her rather than against her. Most women watch that woman and attribute it to money. Good doctors, expensive treatments. And sometimes that is part of it. But I have spent enough time in rooms with women who have both the resources and the results to tell you, the habits are the variable, not the budget. The wellness practices that genuinely change how a woman ages are, almost without exception, available to any woman who decides to hold them. What separates the women who hold them from the women who don't is not access. It is knowledge and the decision to act on it. Today, I'm giving you 9 of those habits, rooted in biology, hormonal science, and the real daily standards of women who are undeniable after 40. Not trends, not supplements you'll abandon in a month. The structural practices that compound year after year into the kind of vitality that makes people ask what you're doing differently. Stay until the end. I have a free gift waiting. The Elegant Morning Routine Checklist. 12 rituals of women who are timeless, healthy, and undeniable after 40. I'll tell you exactly where to get it, but only if you stay. Habit 1, the sleep protocol. Most women treat sleep as whatever is left after everything else is done. The women who age beautifully treat it as the non-negotiable foundation everything else is built on. Those are not the same relationship, and the biology makes clear which one is right. I want to show you the specific protocol that makes sleep genuinely restorative after 40. But first, there is something you need to understand. After 40, a woman's sleep architecture changes measurably. Time and slow-wave sleep, the phase associated with cellular repair, human growth hormone release, and overnight skin regeneration, decreases by approximately 20% per decade from midlife onward, according to research published in Sleep Medicine Reviews. This is not inevitable deterioration. It is a signal that passive sleep is no longer sufficient. Sleep must be managed. A physician I know who works specifically with women in perimenopause and menopause told me, "The women in my practice who look the most vital at 55 are almost always the ones who treat their sleep environment as seriously as their nutrition." She was not speaking metaphorically. She meant blackout curtains, room temperature between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit, no screens for 60 minutes before bed, and a consistent sleep and wake time, even on weekends, to protect circadian rhythm integrity. I restructured my own sleep environment in my early 40s, and the change was not subtle. The difference between sleeping in a cool, dark room with a consistent schedule and sleeping casually, phone nearby, variable bedtime, room at ambient temperature, was, within 3 weeks, visible in my skin, my energy, and my cognitive clarity in the morning. The resolve? Treat your sleep environment as infrastructure. Cool room, total darkness, screens off 60 minutes before bed, consistent schedule. This is where cellular repair happens. Protect it accordingly. But here is where most women stop. And what the body needs alongside restorative sleep is a movement standard that most women over 40 are still getting completely wrong. Habit 2, the movement standard. Most women who exercise after 40 are doing the wrong kind, not because they are not working hard enough, because they have been pointed toward cardio as the primary tool when the research has moved decisively in a different direction. I want to show you what strength training actually does to the aging female body at the cellular level. But first, there is something you need to understand. After 40, women lose approximately 3 to 5% of muscle mass per decade if they do not actively intervene, a process called sarcopenia. Muscle mass governs metabolism, insulin sensitivity, bone density, and posture. A study from Tufts University found that women who engaged in twice-weekly progressive resistance training over 1 year reversed measurable bone density loss and showed improved metabolic markers equivalent to being a decade younger biologically. A fitness trainer I worked with for 2 years in my 40s. She had a background in physiotherapy and trained exclusively women over 35, told me something I repeat often: cardio will help you live longer. Strength training will make sure you look and feel like yourself while you do. The women I know who are most visibly vital in their 50s, a magazine editor, a board director, a physician, All lift weights, not aggressively, consistently. The resolve, 2 to 3 sessions of progressive resistance training per week. Compound movements, squats, hinges, rows, presses. You do not need a gym. You need resistance, progressive overload, and consistency. This is the single highest return physical investment a woman over 40 can make. But here is where most women stop, and movement without the right nutritional framework is only half the equation. Habit 3, the nutrition principle. This is not a diet. The women who age well are not dieting. They have a framework, a set of governing principles around food that they hold without rigidity and without exception. The framework has one organizing principle: protein first, always. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that women over 40 require 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily to maintain muscle mass, support metabolic function, and regulate appetite hormones, significantly more than standard recommendations, which were largely derived from studies on younger populations. Most women are eating less than half of what their body needs. A nutritionist I worked with restructured my eating around this single principle. Every meal begins with a quality protein source. Everything else is built around it. The results in energy stability, body composition, and the absence of the 3 p.m. cognitive fog I had accepted as normal were, within 6 weeks, significant enough that I have never returned to my previous approach. The resolve: 25 to 40 grams of protein per meal, beginning with breakfast. Eggs, Greek yogurt, salmon, quality animal or plant protein, complete amino acid profiles. This is not restriction, it is prioritization, and it changes the hormonal environment of your entire day, which is exactly what our Undeniables Complete System covers in detail. A complete 4-part blueprint for the wellness, habits, and presence architecture of women who are decided about how they age. It is linked in the description below. But here's where most women stop, and nutrition without cortisol management is building on an unstable foundation. Habit 4, the stress interruption practice. The women who age well are not women without stress. They are women with a specific daily practice that interrupts the cortisol cycle before it accumulates into the chronic elevation that accelerates cellular aging. Research from Yale's Stress Neuroscience program found that chronic cortisol elevation is directly associated with telomere shortening, the biological marker of accelerated aging, and with increased visceral fat, disrupted sleep architecture, and degraded skin barrier function. The women who look 10 years younger are not less stressed. They are better at interrupting the stress response before it becomes chronic. My own practice is a 90-second breathing protocol, box breathing specifically. 4 counts in, 4 counts hold, 4 counts out, 4 counts hold, done 3 times daily at set intervals, morning, midday, and before bed. A cardiologist I know describes this as the cheapest cardiovascular intervention available. The research from Stanford on cyclic sighing and structured breathing confirms measurable reduction in heart rate variability and cortisol within minutes of practice. The resolve: 3 90-second breathing interventions daily. Set an alarm. This is not meditation. It requires no belief, no setting, no preparation. It is a physiological interrupt, and it is what keeps cortisol from compounding silently into visible aging. But here is where most women stop, because managing stress on the outside means nothing if the skin is not being supported from the inside. Habit 5, the inside-out skin standard. No topical product can compensate for what is not being supported internally. The women who look 10 years younger understand this, and they manage their skin from the inside with the same precision they apply to what they put on it. 4 daily inputs. First, collagen peptides, 10 grams daily, hydrolyzed in water or coffee. Research published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology found measurable improvement in skin elasticity and dermal density after 12 weeks of consistent supplementation. Second, omega-3 fatty acids from food or supplementation, which support the skin's lipid barrier and reduce the systemic inflammation that manifests as accelerated skin aging. Third, adequate hydration. Not 8 glasses of water as folklore, but half your body weight in ounces, consistently. Fourth, zinc, either through food sources like pumpkin seeds and shellfish, or supplementation, which supports skin repair and the regulation of sebum production that shifts dramatically after 40. A dermatologist I know calls these four the invisible skincare routine, the layer beneath everything else that determines what topicals can actually achieve. The resolve. Collagen peptides, omega-3s, consistent hydration, zinc, daily, non-negotiable. Your skincare routine works on the surface. These four work at the cellular level. You need both. But here is where most women stop, and the next habit addresses something most wellness content ignores entirely. I promised you something at the beginning of this video, the elegant morning routine checklist, 12 rituals of women who are timeless, healthy, and undeniable after 40. Every ritual in it is drawn from the same framework we built today. Cortisol regulation, protein-first nutrition, skin support, grooming standards, and the identity-setting practices that transform the morning into a deliberate act of self-respect. The link is in the description. It is free. It is yours. Habit 6. The social health standard. Loneliness is a biological risk factor, not a metaphor, a measurable, documented driver of accelerated aging that the women who age most vitally take as seriously as nutrition and movement. Research from Brigham Young University found that social isolation increases mortality risk by 26%, comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day, more specifically for women. A study from the University of California found that women with strong, consistent social bonds showed lower inflammatory markers, better hormonal regulation, and measurably slower cognitive decline than socially isolated women of the same age. The women I know who carry that quality of vital, settled presence all maintain what I think of as a social standard, a small, consistent set of meaningful connections they protect regardless of schedule. Not a wide social network. A deliberate inner circle. A board director I know has a standing dinner with 3 women she has known for 20 years, every 6 weeks without exception. She told me, "Those 3 women are part of my health protocol." She was not being dramatic. She was being precise. The resolve. Identify 2 to 4 relationships that genuinely restore you. Schedule them with the same non-negotiability as a medical appointment. This is not socializing as leisure. This is biology. But here's where most women stop, and what comes next governs the internal environment that all of these habits are trying to create. Habit 7, the alcohol reassessment. This is the one most women skip past, and it is the one with the most direct, documented impact on skin quality, sleep architecture, hormonal balance, and weight regulation after 40. After 40, estrogen decline reduces the liver's efficiency in metabolizing alcohol. The same quantity of alcohol that had minimal visible effect at 35 produces measurably higher blood alcohol concentration, deeper disruption to sleep quality, and greater inflammatory response at 45. Research from the British Journal of Dermatology found that regular alcohol consumption accelerates skin aging through dehydration, collagen degradation, and chronic low-grade inflammation, and that the effect is dose-dependent, meaning even moderate regular consumption produces measurable impact. I am not prescribing abstinence. I'm describing what the women who age most beautifully have quietly assessed and decided for themselves. Almost without exception, they drink less than they did at 35, and they are deliberate about when and how they do. Not because someone told them to, because they notice the data in their own bodies. The resolve. Assess honestly. If you drink regularly, notice the impact on your sleep quality, your skin clarity, and your morning energy. Let your biology inform the decision. The elegant standard here is not 0. It is intentional. But here is where most women stop. And the next habit is the one that determines whether all of these practices compound or collapse under pressure. Habit 8. The annual health investment. The women who age with the most vitality are not waiting for symptoms. They are monitoring proactively, and they know exactly which markers matter for women over 40. The specific panel, fasting glucose and A1C for metabolic health, thyroid function including TSH and free T3, vitamin D levels, ferritin, and a full hormonal panel including oestradiol, progesterone, and testosterone. These are not exotic tests. Most are covered by standard blood work. But the majority of women over 40 have never had them run comprehensively, and several of the most common causes of fatigue, weight gain, skin changes, and mood disruption in midlife are invisible without them. A physician I know describes this as navigating by instrument rather than by feel. The women who look and feel exceptional at 55 are not guessing about their health. They have a clear baseline, and they adjust accordingly. Their supplementation, their nutrition, their sleep protocols, based on actual data. The resolve. Annual comprehensive blood work at minimum. Know your numbers. A woman who understands her own biology is not at the mercy of it. But here is where most women stop. And the final habit is the one that determines whether all 8 of these become a life rather than a list. Habit 9, the identity standard. Every habit I have described today is a physical intervention. This one is the architecture beneath all of them. And without it, the others are fragile. Research from the University of Michigan on self-concept clarity found that women with a clear, consistent sense of identity showed lower cortisol reactivity, higher immune function, and were rated by independent observers as more physically vital and authoritative than women with fragmented or uncertain self-concepts. The connection between psychological coherence and physical health is not soft science. It is documented, measurable, and direct. The women who age with undeniable presence have decided who they are. They have a value system that does not renegotiate under pressure. They have standards for how they eat, how they sleep, how they move, how they speak about themselves, and those standards are not maintained by willpower. They are maintained by identity. I am a woman who does not compromise her sleep. I am a woman who lifts weights. I am a woman who eats to support her biology. Not goals, definitions. Here's the complete framework. Sleep as infrastructure, strength as the metabolic anchor, protein as the nutritional organizing principle, cortisol interruption as the daily reset, inside-out skin support as the invisible routine, social health as a biological standard, alcohol assessed with honesty, blood work as navigation, and identity as the foundation that holds all of it in place. 9 habits, none of them exclusive to women with unlimited resources. All of them available to any woman who decides they are hers. That decision is where it begins, and it begins now. You are not trying to stop time, you are deciding to meet it with intention. The next video is about the evening habits, the practices that determine the quality of everything you wake up to. Subscribe and hit the bell. I will see you there. Isabel.